we have to cover ZCASH here. In my previous videos, I have been calling out ZCASH bottoms left and right, literally. And remember when I mentioned ZCASH was going to $210? Yeah, I mentioned that all the way up here above $500. Right? And people thought I was crazy when I said it was going down all the way down to $210. And that's exactly what it did. Actually, it dropped all the way down to 180, actually 190. But the new prediction for Zcash is much lower, so let's go over that. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none is financial advice, but look at what we have here. We literally have a falling wedge right here inside of Zcash. It's supposed to be a bullish signal, right? A bullish pattern. Falling wedges are typically bullish patterns. But the problem with this falling wedge is we're seeing it while we are inside of a bear market. And unfortunately, Bitcoin is going to dictate what Zcash is going to be doing, as well as all the other altcoins. So get ready, because things are not as bullish as you think they are. So we can see here on the charts that it's clearly a falling wedge, and we clearly did break out of the falling wedge, but I keep mentioning these bull traps because we're in a bear market right now. In the bear market, we're always going to see bull traps left and right inside of bear markets. And that's exactly what we're seeing today. We're seeing bull traps literally left and right. So this bullish pattern, the falling wedge, gave us a bull trap, and it trapped the bulls, right? And if you guys have been watching my videos, I've been saying this is a bull trap, and now you're seeing the current pullback of Zcash. So where do I think Zcash is going next? I think Zcash is going to come down here to $120 next, and I'll tell you exactly why. If you look at the previous support down here on Zcash, where is that coming? All the way down to $120, right before we had this massive breakout, right? We broke past this resistance, and then we stopped here at that support at 120, and then we kept going. $120 is a very significant support. We also had some support here at 150, and then we also had some support at 190. Right now, 120 is where you should be looking. If you actually scroll back here on the timeline for Zcash, you can see $120 has been used as previous resistance all the way back in 2019. So if you look at 2019, that level has actually been a previous resistance level over and over again, $120. We've also had it as support back in 2018 as well. So $120 is a very significant level for Zcash. We've seen it again used as resistance in January of 2021. We've seen Zcash using that as resistance. So again, that's $120 being used as resistance again. And then we see $120 again being used as support in February of 2021 and in March of 2021. We've seen it being used as support. And then we see again inside of May of 2021, support again inside of June of 2021, support again inside of July of 2021, resistance. And I can show you guys the same levels left and right because, you know, we always come back to the same level. Again, support inside of January or September 2021. And then we have kind of support and resistance here inside of October 2021. But you get the drift, right? It's pretty much a significant level that we always trade around, and we always have significant support and resistance levels. And inside 2022, we had it again, right? So that is a very significant level for us to watch. So what I will say is right now, that is what I'm targeting. I'm targeting $120. So you heard it here first, $120 Zcash coming soon. What can I say? It's literally how stuff works, is how the market works. Like, you can't expect it to go all the way up the whole time. Like, eventually it's got to come back down. And look, people are thinking, oh, it's impossible. Zcash isn't that expensive right now. They're thinking it's impossible. No. If you take your circulating supply and you multiply your circulating supply by $120, this is what you get. So we're going to take and multiply the circulating supply by $120. That's still $1.9 billion inside of market cap, $1.99 billion. So technically it's like $2 billion in market cap still. So don't think that Zcash can't just shake off $1.7 billion in market cap. It can, and it probably will. So we're going to see it go down to 2 billion market cap pretty soon. So I'm telling you right now, $120 Zcash coming soon. Do not let the super bulls, the perma bulls as we call them, convince you that it's going to continue to just go up, 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 and only up. because that's all they see is up. Even though it's been going down the whole time, all they see is up, right? Now, tell me this. What type of technical analysis does this look? And I'm not trying to put this person down, right? Spermix, I'm not trying to put this guy down, right? But when you're looking at this technical analysis, what is so technical about it, right? I see he's putting trend lines here, right? And then he's saying it could go down from there. But I mean, I feel like I'm putting them down. I feel like I'm putting them down now. I can't do that to someone else. All right. Shout out to this guy. But a lot of people are perma bulls. They're super bulls. And they just want to see stuff going off, taking off. They don't see the downside. A lot of people are not seeing downside. Right. But personally, I see the downside. I think we are not at the bottom yet. A lot of people are saying this is the bottom of the bear market. I don't believe we're at the bottom of the bear market yet, right? You got people still preaching for $1,000 Zcash as we're in a bear market, literally actively trading in a bear market, and people are pushing for $1,000 Zcash. Like, that's actually crazy. This guy over here says, Ted, he's pretty big on Twitter actually. He says the entire Zcash core dev team has resigned. Zcash is in a free fall now. So this is a little bit of a fundamental thing. I'm more on the technical side of things, but yeah, Zcash is definitely dumping. But I wouldn't say it's because of the team. People are selling, yes, because we're in a bear market. So they're taking their profits, they're taking their money out so they can buy at the bottom. We're in a bear market. This is what people do in bear markets, right? You can't blame the team for selling. Like, why would you not sell? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you not sell? Right? And then over here, Zcash is getting ready for another 300% bullish rally. See, this is what I mean by perma bulls and super bulls. Like, this guy is a super bull. He is a perma bull. And look, I can't blame him because, yes, this was a falling wedge slash bull flag. I guess you can call it a bull flag, which is the opposite of a bear flag here. But yeah, I guess you can call it a bull flag because bull flags and falling wedges are technically like the same pattern. When you look at them, they engulf the same range in the same region, right? You could say you can just pull this up and then boom, now all of a sudden it's a bull flag, right? Same pattern, same thing, same difference. But we're in a bear market. You can't rely on this type of stuff inside of bear markets, right? You're gonna get false breakouts like this in bear markets. And these are bull traps. Literally, they're bull traps. You can't fall for the bull traps inside these bear markets. Now, this is technically a bull flag, technically. So if it did break out, I still believe that it would be a bull trap. I still believe it would be a bull trap. So is it possible that it can break out? Yes. But I'm still going with $120 Zcash coming soon. So that's all I got to say about that. And then you're going to get some other people saying other things. This guy says $167. It's only a matter of time. If we pull this up here, let's see if we have 167 support. I got support at 190. I got support at 151. And I guess 167 is in between there. I guess he's just got to zoom in a little bit to see the actual numbers, but still. But yeah, I do believe the Zcash is going to start pulling back and dumping now. So it is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you guys think that Zcash is super bullish. Are you a super bull? Are you a perma bull? Or are you a super bear, perma bear? Me, I'm in between, but I'm looking at the technicals, and the technicals are leaning bearish right now. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to lean bearish here with Zcash. Also, let's look at some other things. So we had bullish divergence on Zcash very, very briefly, and you can see here bullish divergence is categorized here by higher lows here on the MACD. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Bullish divergence, higher lows on the MACD down here, as you can see on that chart, while simultaneously getting lower lows on the MACD. So you see here from December 2025, technically November 2025, all the way over to February of 2026. Let's look at what the prices were doing during that time. So as you can see here, December/November of 2025, we were making lower lows. That's how when we started to go down, because that's when the bear market started. And then boom, we start making these lower lows. And then we made a new lower low down here. That is literally bullish divergence, okay? This is why I say bull traps are literally the enemy of the bear market. Like, you will see bull traps left and right in the bear market. So yes, that is bullish divergence, but it was a trap. It was a trap. And if we pull it in closer here, so let's zoom in here on the MACD. So look, we already seen bullish divergence. What immediately happened after our bullish divergence? We started to come up a little bit, but we literally failed to have a major breakout. We failed to have a major breakout twice. 2 times in a row, we failed that major breakout, right? And if we failed the major breakout zone 2 times in a row, you can see here, the bullish divergence kicks in, boom, we have a breakout, right? We hit the target that I was talking about the whole time, saying, hey, we're going down to $210. We hit that target, went a little bit below it to 190. And I also had that marked right down here below it because there is support there as well. And we ended up hitting 190, and then boom, we shot up immediately. So we hit that target and we immediately go up to $330, right? And then we immediately pull back from $330 and go back down to 190. And then we try to do it again. But what are we doing here? We're creating lower highs here, literally lower highs, right? And then the lows were kind of at the same level. Now, there's another pattern that this is forming that a lot of people aren't seeing, right? Let's delete everything here, right? Let's get rid of everything so we have a clean slate to work off of. When you look at this pattern, what is it creating? You take this and you bring this down. You take this and you bring this right over. So if we look at this, this is a descending triangle. Descending triangles are bearish patterns. When you pull this up, you can see descending triangles, bearish patterns. We had a bull trap when we first seen our falling wedge. Our falling wedge was our bull trap, and it trapped the bulls effectively. We had another bull trap with our bullish divergence. The bullish divergence took off, and it failed, literally failed. All right, so we had bullish divergence, and then we had our falling wedge. Both of those failed. Now what's creating inside of the chart now? Now we're seeing a bearish pattern creating after 2 failed bullish patterns. That is literally the essence of a bull trap. Now what we're seeing here is the descending triangle building up, and this is where the bears come in to play. And now we're going to end up seeing this dumping down to where? $120. $120. I'm telling you guys right now, this is about to be a pretty big drop. Get ready. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be a pretty drop. Look at this. 45% drop from where we are now. So we're looking at a 45% drop. Now I'm going to bring everything else back full circle here so you can see. Again, we had the falling wedge. That was a bull trap. And then we had the other signal that was also bull trap, which was our bullish divergence. And now we are creating a descending triangle. So that's what we're waiting for right now. And then when you look over here on Bitcoin, Bitcoin is showing the proper techniques, and that's why we gotta follow Bitcoin first. Bitcoin is creating a bear flag. Bear flags are bearish signals. So we know that this is gonna dump. And when we also look up here, Bitcoin did the same thing, created a rising wedge, which is like the sister of the bear flag, right? Rising wedges are very bullish, or I mean very bearish. Rising wedges are pretty much bear flags in a sense, right? So we've seen that. And what did we also see? We've seen a bullish signal within a bearish pattern. We've seen the ascending triangle. The ascending triangle on Bitcoin. Look, let's take everything off. Boom, boom, everything's off. Now, what do you see there? You literally see an ascending triangle. The ascending triangle was a bear trap. They were literally trapped the bears right when it started to break out, and then it dumped. And if you look here, what was it again? It was a bear flag, a rising wedge, all within a bullish pattern, an ascending triangle. So, bear trap 101, or bull trap 101, right? They trapped the bulls. So now we're doing the same thing again. This is wave 2. This is round 2. This is literally the exact same playbook. You could even say that this was also an ascending triangle. If you look at it, technically it was an ascending triangle, especially if you bring this up to above the candle wicks and stuff. We were inside of an ascending triangle, and then they bear trapped people all over again. So let's take off all this. Let's take off this, take off this, take off this, take off this. What is that? Ascending triangle in the same form, in the same fashion, getting rejected all over again, just like the last time on Bitcoin. So now that's why we have to follow Bitcoin while we're doing our technical analysis, because that is going to show you where the altcoins are going. And then if you look at what Bitcoin's also doing, Bitcoin also formed bullish divergence, but Bitcoin is dumping right now, right? Bitcoin is dumping right now. It's another bull trap. It's another bull trap. All right, so that's just what you gotta pay attention for. It's what you gotta watch out for. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. If you want to trade some leveraged trades with ZCASH, check out the link in the description for Avantis. Avantis.fi, it's a base platform, but it's a DeFi trading app, right? DeFi trading. So you can go ahead and do DeFi leverage trading through there. Sign up through my link in the description, and then you'll get, I think it starts off at like 5 to 10% off. And then as more people sign up, it'll start giving you like 15% off. So anyways, do that, and you'll get some money off your trading fees. But anyway, shout out to you guys, and as always, I'll be back with another video.